Joining us now is Texas Land Commissioner and candidate for Texas Attorney General, George P. Bush. Welcome to National Report. As our reporter has been sharing with us, we know Title 42 is set to expire May 23rd. Governor Greg Abbott is preparing for that date. He says he's going to send buses filled with illegal migrants who volunteer to Washington, D.C. I'm wondering, do you support that plan?
Absolutely. It's high time that our national leadership wakes up and smells the coffee on this issue. I know Ukraine is important and grabbing the headlines, but this is a national security issue on our very own border here in the state of Texas. And we have absorbed 2 million illegal immigrants this past fiscal year. We're on track for another 2 million. If we lift Title 42, some experts on the border project close to 5, maybe even 6 million illegal encounters, doubling, if not tripling, the amount of surge that we're seeing on our southern border. In a state like Texas, as great as we are and as big of a balance sheet as we have, we can't absorb this amount of illegal immigration, nor take on the bloody drug cartels that are perpetrating this invasion of our state's southern border.
I know GOP lawmakers have warned about this, but now Obama's DHS Secretary Jay Johnson actually said and spoke on the crisis on our southern border. Let's listen.
Without a doubt, these are large numbers. DHS, I believe, has learned lessons from the past, in surges in the past, including when I was in office. But still, numbers at these level are difficult to handle on the southern border. It's challenging for the Border Patrol, for ICE, to properly process and track these individuals. And obviously, the Biden administration is paying a political cost.
And what's really being done about it? You know, if you were Attorney General of Texas, how would you work with the Biden administration to solve the crisis?
Well, knowing that he campaigned on the idea that he wouldn't build another inch of wall and continue the construction of the Texas wall, which is what we're doing at the land office. As Attorney General, I would forward deploy a mobile prosecution unit to arrest individuals under state criminal trespassing laws. And similar to what Mark Bronovich has done in the state of Arizona, assert the state's sovereignty under the Constitution, where the federal government is compelled to defend the states. And if it does not, then states like Texas can step forward and handle its own affairs. But even then, we need a new administration, an aggressive leader that's going to go to the courthouse and be more successful against the Biden administration, because they are neglecting their primary duty, and that's protecting the citizens and the communities, particularly in border areas of our state that have been overwhelmed, whether it's our schools or hospitals. And as Secretary Johnson pointed out, it's bad policy, but good politics for the Republican Party. But until then, we need good policies.
Texas is a border state. We know this, but we've now seen video that appears to show migrants moving beyond just border states here. In fact, 3 buses late Saturday night appearing to carry migrants who came from El Paso to Westchester County Airport. This is New York we're talking about here. George, tell me about the movement of migrants, and does this mean that states that aren't on the southern border are impacted by the policies that are in place, or lack of policies?
Well, I think we're going to see a lot of blue legislators step forward, whether it's Henry Cuellar, a Democrat congressman from the border area, partnering with Democrats in the Senate. There's actually a bill being floated in the Congress that would delay the president's authority on this issue for at least 60 days to just hit the pause button and listen to agents. That's our biggest criticism in this discussion, is that this president and the vice president refuse to talk to the actual agents on the ground to give them the last remaining lever to remove illegals under Title 42, and also to restore the Remain in Mexico policy, which has been proven scientifically and by data to deter the illegal immigration. Right now, if we lift Title 42, we're creating a new magnet policy. As I mentioned, the projections only get worse moving forward. So this is unsustainable for states like Texas, but unsustainable for our country if we don't do anything about it.
Yeah, the timeline is coming closer by the day. George P. Bush joining us this morning. Thank you, sir. We appreciate your time.
Thank you so much.